So I'm here with Professor Graham Jones of Top Performance Consulting. Graham's presented today at the CAM Club Best Practice meeting. We've been focusing on the key account manager and particularly high performance talent. Graham delivered a fantastic session. It was very well received by the group. Graham, I wonder if you could just give us a quick overview, key bullets of your presentation.
Yeah, I certainly can, but first of all I'd like to thank you for inviting me. I did come with some apprehension because my expertise is not key account management or key account managers, it is about high performing talent.
I didn't show, it went well.
So I was worried about how it would be received, but I was delighted with the engagement and got stuck into the topics, and I actually learned quite a bit that I can take away and use, so thank you. The essential ingredients of this morning were looking at how do you create an environment where high performing talent can thrive, because my work in elite sport, military and more recently in business leads me to believe that unfortunately high performing talent are working in conditions where often they can't thrive, and inevitably after time their performance drops off, or certainly their motivation drops off to some extent beforehand, and their potential isn't achieved, and it's really frustrating. So I worked through a simple model which forms the foundation of my new book, as I described, Top Performance Leadership, where essentially there are three things you have to get right in any organisation to guarantee sustainable top performance. And first of all, it's the performance. You must be crystal clear about what you expect from people. And again, my experience of working in lots of organisations is that just people aren't clear what's expected of them. And it causes lots of frustration and not delivering what they're supposed to be delivering, of course. So being absolutely crystal clear on what the expectations are. Then focused on, so what does the environment look like that will enable these people to deliver that performance. And so creating the conditions where people can thrive and are self-motivated, not relying on incentives, etc. And then, of course, we turn to the leadership, the third crucial part of this model. Well, leaders are ultimately responsible for the environment. But unfortunately, I actually presented some data today based on a survey we conducted where a lot of leaders are getting it wrong. And people are saying that they're not focused on creating those conditions. And ultimately, it's their responsibility, of course. So essentially, it was get the performance right in terms of definition, get the environment right in terms of what's needed to deliver that performance, and then lead accordingly.
Okay. I think the way you run the session, and we had a lot of breakout groups, they had a lot of content, but they had a lot of reflection back on their organisations. My thinking at the end was, I think a lot of the delegates found there are areas they're doing well perhaps and resonated with them, but I think a lot of them found areas where maybe they identified gaps and weaknesses. I just wonder if you got any advice for organisations that recognise there's a gap in this area. What would you say would be the secret to trying to change? Because I think this is cultural. Quite often, it's the way organisations are structured. Any advice for them to go back to their organisations and try and drive some change in these areas?
Based on the way people responded this morning, the tensions that people have to manage seem to resonate quite strongly. And again, it goes back to my experience of working across lots of different organisations. The real high-performing ones, where high performance is sustainable, they manage tensions. They accept they're there, but they manage them really well. Recognising what those tensions are, and actually doing something about it to actually minimise the impact of it. And one of my key learnings this morning, actually, from the group, was that working across the organisation as key account managers, there's lots of different tensions in different parts of the organisation, which actually makes it quite a pressured role, I think, and sort of supporting people with that pressure and helping them just deal better with those tensions and manage them better as they work through the organisation. I think for me is the thing I'm taking away.
Yeah, I think we did as well. I think it's unquestionably a difficult role, and organisations require more, and it's something we'll be focusing on as a club. And I think your session today has really helped us to start that journey. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.